You know what it sounds a bit like? Yeah, it just reminds me of them old school Ford XR2s or the flipping Honda Civics with the flipping cherry bombs on it. Whee! Whee! Yes.
Rum biker, yeah, na 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 na. Ooh. This is a rum biker, rum rider. Give your back a rep, then put down your visor. Yeah.
We're outside again. Yaga yo, we're outside again. And yes, family, we're back out here on the CBR Honda Fireblade 1000RR. And yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of a conversation with you, like, what, you know, should you have one? Should you buy one of these things? Should you buy one? Don't forget, family, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your experience and let's do it. Alright, so first things first. I think sometimes it depends what kind of rider you are. So if you're one of them riders that you're very gentle, you don't want to feel all that power, you can actually ride this real slow. The problem is it sounds like it's sort of spluttering, almost like it wants to be revved, it wants to go fast. You know what I mean? There's a beast under here. So I'm in like third gear doing like 30 miles an hour. If I twist it, it will just keep going. Do you know what I'm saying? Weight wise, it's actually really balanced. As you guys know, I keep saying I come from the ZX9R and this is lighter, but it doesn't make me feel like what can I say now? It doesn't make me feel like, oh my gosh, this is so light, it doesn't feel safe. Nah, this feels nicely planted. So far, I've never felt like that front wheel wanted to go up. Do you know what I mean? And maybe what that is because I'm not one of them riders that just aggressively opens the throttle. Does that make sense? So if I'm going to open a throttle, it's a nice progressive opener. Because trust me, mark my words, if you drop the box and you open that throttle aggressively, you're going to pay for it. You're going to do a vertical lift. So if you're one of them kind of riders, I probably wouldn't advise you to get one of these. Definitely wouldn't advise you to get one of these. And the reason being is because you might end up doing something crazy and getting yourself real hurt. Yeah, so it's better you buy yourself a little 125. That way you can open that right up and the bike is going to forgive you. Do you get me? So yeah, I think this is running about 177 brake horsepower, and coming from the ZX9R to this, it's definitely night and day. You can feel it. You can feel it. And obviously the ZX9R 2000E model, that's carburetor as well. So I don't know which one's which. I'm not no bike specialist, so let me know in the comments, guys, what's generally faster or more power. Is it carb or fuel injection? Or does it not matter at all? Let me know, educate me. But yeah, this thing here, it does have some presence. When people hear it, for the most part, barking, they get out of your way. They just move. They just assume that you're just going to overtake. And me, overtake? Never. Why would I do that? I would never do that. Never, never, never. So yeah, as you can see, we're just cruising. Absolutely cruising. But when you hear it though, definitely a force to be reckoned with, one of these. Definitely. Braking wise, again, there's no ABS on this. No ABS. So when you pull that front brake, you're just pulling the front brake and that's it. Now, I did hear that some of them have got like a, is it 60-40 braking? Might be the newer ones, some of them. I'm not quite sure. I mean, see, this year you can literally just chill out in first gear. And if you want to make a lot of noise and make the bike move, it's nuts. But this does like to go fast. It does like to go fast. It wants you up there in the rev range. Like, who needs third gear when you got this? Like, why do I need third gear? Why? First and second alone. But yeah, I think depending on what type of rider you are, if you're sensible, nothing wrong with having something like this, but you just got to remember there's no ABS, no traction control, there's no anti-wheelie. So there is a lot of horses for a bike. There is bikes with more horses, but 177 horsepower is definitely a lot for two wheels, in my opinion. What gear am I in? Yeah, I'm still in first. This thing is savage. You know what it sounds a bit like? Yeah, it just reminds me of them old school Ford XR2s or the flipping Honda Civics with the flipping cherry bombs on it. That's what it reminds me of. It gives me that kind of vibe. I'm telling you. But yeah, these things, I think they're really good. What I've noticed as well is they do hold their value. They do hold their value. So when you look around on these things, I mean, this is only a 2008 model, and you're talking, I don't know, probably about between 3 and 4 grand. I'm seeing them for at the kind of bare minimum. Obviously, depending on where you get it from, you can do some haggling and stuff. But generally speaking, they're not cheap bikes like that. And it's funny because I was actually looking at a ZZR 1400 and I didn't end up doing it. I thought, you know what? Yes, it's a hyper bike, but I think it might be too big and too heavy. I want something that can maneuver and stuff in it. So I didn't bother with it. And it was a decent price as well, to be fair. And in fact, tell a lie, I was inquiring about it, and then I kind of was skylarking and messed about, and then I looked again and it was sold. So I was thinking, you know what, it wasn't meant to be. But when I saw this one for the price that it was selling for, before even haggling, mate, I went straight over to grab it. Straight over, no messing about. Straight away. It's funny because I was actually looking at a 2004 Fireblade, a black one, and I actually prefer the shape of the is it 2004 or 2005? I actually prefer the shape of the older ones than these ones. But I thought, mate, if I'm seeing a 2008 one going for cheaper than the 2004 or 5 one, in black. I better get my ass over there. So that's what I did. And yeah, as I say, guys, man, personally, it just depends on what type of rider you are and how sensible you are if you're gonna get something like this. But as I said before, but now I say it again, these are not toys. These are some serious bits of kit. You can hurt yourself on these or hurt someone else. Gotta be really, really careful. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, family, that's a little segment on, you know, should you buy one of these or what type of rider. Just make sure you're a responsible rider in general. It doesn't matter what bike, but especially on something with so much power and stuff, man. You can't be just looking just here. You gotta look way up the road. You know what I mean? But yeah, family tree, don't forget, like, share, comment and subscribe. And what type of rider are you, man? What type of rider are you? So yeah, I'm out.
From biker, yeah, na 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 na. Ooh. This is a from biker, from rider. Give your bike a rev, then put down your visor. Yeah.
We're outside again.